As we head into our first draft here, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams want to play it. With multiple games inside of these grand finals, you can kind of see them feel each other out in a couple of these matches, maybe ban out some of the more popular meta Pokemon, and then start to really drill down on their opponents here as we see T-Tar, Venusaur, Gyarados, and Leafeon banned out.
I'm going to wonder if G is going to go into this Umbreon because we know YT can grab it. No, they're first picking Hoopa, and that's a shot call right against Aquilo, who is kind of, again, the YT mastermind who has apparently Excel sheets.
Yes. I've seen them. They're actually incredible. I was really thankful he shared them with me. It's actually really helped me as a commentator.
Oh, wow. You have to pay extra for that. That is a good resource. But it is cool to see just even the bans off the bat. I mean, the Venusaur ban, I feel, is one of the most telling ones that we've seen because that has got to be so low on the ban percentage.
And here we go. They are taking this Umbreon on the side of Team YT. I have been talking so much about the Umbreon from G all weekend. It's been insane. Phalanx, however, picked up by G. This has been sort of the talk of the tournament. It's Phalanx and Tyranitar, the two all-rounders, and which one is going to be the more dominant. Phalanx has been showing up throughout this entire tournament.
They cut off So Sad Sam from this Venusaur, which we just saw do very well into Phalanx, but so did that Gardevoir. And So Sad Sam, known for Guardy.
Yeah, you may have heard someone in the crowd scream out, "Ban Gardevoir." That was absolutely me. And no one learning at this point in time.
Snap call. Like, there could not have been less time taken for Sam to lock that thing in.
I'm pretty shocked that Phalanx was picked third in this draft. With that Venusaur ban, I actually expected G to put more priority on it, but honestly, intelligent decision by them, knowing that it wouldn't be locked up early by YT, they grab it themselves.
Yeah, YT deciding right here to grab this Umbreon, which it was interesting, right? Because they honestly could steal away the Phalanx. They're realizing, hey, we're actually more worried about Slash right now.
I'm looking at probably that Curse Pain split, Ron Trevenant, right? In a situation like this where Fui played it before. I'm really interested in that matchup against Phalanx.
It is interesting. I mean, there is a lot of, we do see, I mean, a lot of both of these Pokemon, but really, truly, I don't feel like we've seen it as much against each other with that particular build of Trevenant, right? But it's been obviously working quite well in a lot of other matchups, and I'm very interested to see how exactly it goes.
I am too. I'm so excited for this series. I'm so excited for both of these teams. Of course, there is a dream coming true and a heartbreak coming to one of these squads. Only one of these two teams is going to hoist that trophy. Only one of these two teams are going to be heading to Worlds in Honolulu. This is going to be a huge moment for these two squads. Slash with so much to prove. Team YT just the same. They have to show that they're as good or better than they were last year as we are getting ready for game one of our grand finals. G versus Team YT. NAIC, let me hear ya.
Going straight into the top path, of course, OG and Egg Noob. Egg Noob pivoting from that tank role into support, and those two have been buddy-buddy all weekend long.
That's right. As we head up here, we can see Fui on the Trevenant running across the top path, looking for a quick stack up here. If you're a stacking Pokemon, you want to try to get that done as early as you possibly can, Zoinks.
Oh, of course, and Phantom taking a lot of that early damage. Great pressure by G to get in the face, and Phantom's going to go down. K-opener over to G.
Ooh, this is already looking so good up in the top path for G. And I mean, hey, that's been the story. This has got to be one of the scariest paths you could possibly have top. I mean, early on, Sylveon, especially with Hyper Voice, can do so much damage. Anything with Hoopa, and then now that Phalanx said it's just looking so good all weekend. I mean, that's already just like, you kind of almost have to give that up.
You gotta love Chaotic once again on this Alolan Ninetales. It feels like you can't ban it away from them. You're not even that worried about it on any other player in the game. 4 members of G moving down towards this bottom goal zone.
Nice little pivot. Pika Diff gonna mean look on Slash, but it's not gonna slow this train down. Chaotic bites the dust. This goal zone gets dunked on, and now Pika Diff can do nothing but just dance as they wait for G to leave him alone.
This scoring pressure from G is going to be such an important part of this matchup. YT really struggling to get involved in the scoring race in that last series, sitting at 0 points for so long in that winner's semifinals. So if G can really exploit maybe that weakness out of YT, it's going to be huge.
Huge KO there from the Mime. That was beautiful as they're moving through this central area of Team YT. Really aggressive play from G. And I feel like, as I said earlier, a lot of these teams picking up on this extremely aggressive in the enemy central area Japanese play style that we saw in the regional finals, Chef.
Yeah, I think this is really, really smart. The early game for G is so strong, and they're just taking full control, especially realizing that the Gardevoir is going to be one of the main targets that we're really going to have to see Team YT protect and take the time to level up. So this early game, I mean, you have almost no evolutions on your team, and the only one is level like 4, so you're just fine as G.
YT needs to catch up a little bit here. It feels like G has had a little bit of control. YT maybe need to shake off the cobwebs from this last set to this one. In this grand finals, best of 5, there's multiple games to win, 3 of them to be exact, as now we're just twirling, waiting for the 720 bird, Zoinks.
OG in pole position to try to take some of these main objectives. That's the curse from Fui to get that big burst of damage. And Eggnoob does make it out, but not before a big trade. I think we're going to see a lot of those in the first set of grand finals, especially in BO5s. We see very patient play often.
Yeah, here we're moving down to this bottom path right here. Umbreon getting pushed out and getting KO'd right away. G collapsing on this Regieleki, Doobsnax.
I mean, Black's Mew has been incredible. Now we're getting just an OG flank with the Phalanx. That's in the name. That's why it's getting it done that way. Black CH sees it at long range and sorts that out. This Regieloki's getting low, and Aquilo can't even step up. They need to peel back with Sam. And this is the first time we've felt and seen this Gardevoir be neutered, Chef.
Yeah, but this is starting to be where it starts to get scary, right? The Gardevoir is starting to hit its power spikes. We've got as well the Umbreon to back it up. We've got actually so much crowd control, as we're going to see up in the top path. G is going to pretty uncontested be able to take this Regieleki, and already they've got a slight point lead. We'll see if they can actually push it in. Only one defender sitting up here up top. It's just going to be Fui, and they're actually just going to leave it alone.
YT still formidable though, level 9 on that Gardevoir. Fairy Singularity ready to go. It's been one of the best counters to Phalanx I think we've seen in competitive play. That DOL Kittens match really doing a good way to showcase that. But there go a couple of goal zones as these teams finally start striking in the scoring department, Doobsnax.
I mean, perfect overdunk up top, but a great counter punch by YT to keep this thing from getting too ugly on the score sheet. Looking at these levels, finally we're getting this Gardevoir on line level 10. They need to get moving up here with the team. That is a nice pick on Aquilo. They are retreating backwards, and they're still picking it up, and OG's going to get out after that KO.
We've seen this Phalanx play over and over again, right? You know, they just hop out of some tall grass somewhere, and they immediately take down some of these squishier Pokemon. We saw it happen multiple times on Hoopa yesterday, and now we're seeing it on this Eldegoss. It's such a huge play, and it really changes the dynamic of what's happening in a match once your support goes down that quickly. Right now, it feels like G is in total control of this match. Luckily, YT made some big plays in this bottom path.
Yeah, getting rid of that tier 1 goal zone is gigantic, especially coming up to this next big fight, which actually the fight's going to happen right here. We're going to see immediately the Unite come out from the Hoopa. Doobsnax, give me the play-by-play.
I mean, it's a little late. The play's been happening, my friend. Eggnoob popped out. We see the Trevenant Unite try to make some magic happen for YT as they're looking to at least pick up some target in this exchange. No, they just kind of got the brakes beat off of them, and then G just backed up and left them empty-handed.
But that's kind of what we expected in these matchups, right? Little exchanges again and again and again.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really nice fight from YT. They're getting ready to head back towards this bottom objective. However, it is leashing back towards the side of G. Doobsnax, give me the play-by-play.
Okay, Eggnoob's going to reset it. Now Pikatif is caught and blended and put down quickly. But in the back line is Phalanx. They're looking for that chaotic target. Can at least get Aquilo. Maybe So Sad Sam. No eject button through over the wall. And we're still putting pressure on 3 players down for G. You want to talk about a counter punch. How about an uppercut sending you off your feet? Well, YouTube looking at this Registeel. For some reason, it is still standing. The most resilient Registeel of all time.
I mean, hey, it was a pretty smart idea to at least let Fui go forward and make sure that nobody was there to be able to steal. There's the potential for a lot of steal on that team, especially with Mew, who did happen to be there. So they did take their time a little bit, but I think it did pay off in the end.
Phalanx getting caught here in the center one more time. We're seeing how many counters they have on the side of Team YT. Mean Look, Psychic, Psyshock, Blizzard, Avalanche. more moves with names as we have another fight breaking out down here in the bottom path, and G just getting pushed back here. YouTube looking a little rough early in this match, but really coming back after they get a bottom Reggie, which is what they are known for.
Registeel buff so powerful for a few of those Pokemon. But speaking of those counters towards the Phalanx, the myriad of moves you mentioned, Spragels, incredible work. Remember, that mean look, we saw it earlier. If it grabs just a Trooper, only the Trooper is locked in that mean look. The rest of Phalanx running away. So got to be carefully aimed by the side of Team YT.
I think we've agreed that Trooper is not the official term. I believe it is a dink. But we are starting to see the level lead start to run away for Team YouTube. They are going to hit level 13 for the Gardevoir, and that's going to be gigantic. We're 1 minute away from the final stretch. There is a Regieleki available up top. No contest at all from Team YouTube. They're just trying to get what they can on their side of the map.
Yeah, and if you look at the map right now, there's not a single yellow pip on their side, completely licked clean, and you can see the experience lead because of that as they move up to our top path right here. Not able to contest this. They're going to need to deal with Regieleki and then get ready for Rayquaza. G doesn't really want to push this. YT doesn't want to have to deal with it, but they're going to be able to do that very quick. 30 seconds now, Zoinks, until Ray.
Yeah, these early mime walls have actually been one of the best parts, I think, of G's composition. What do I call him? G. Of G's composition. Eggnoob really isolated the enemy targets before they even get seen. That's a great call. It does have nice stunning abilities with those barriers, but if you could preemptively put them, you could just guarantee those placements. Black puts together a nice solar beam. That's an easy secure.
Here we are, 2 minutes, 5 seconds. The first Rayquaza of our grand finals. G with a great position right now. YT needs to make a play. They catch with a mean look. Mime is in some trouble. Here it comes. Doobsnax, give me the play-by-play.
They go straight into the showtime trying to pick up a target, and that's a fairy frolic that pops up to try and keep them standing. Nobody's down yet, but we're going straight into the hyper voice right at him. Caught in the mean look. Pikachu gets the target. First one's down. We're pivoting back to the middle. Is this an opportunity they want to take? They're still down on the scoreboard, but do they have enough opportunity here, Shep?
That's right, 5v4. This is going to be really tough. Unite coming out from the Ninetales. They're pushing forward. They're trying to take down the Phalanx. It will go down. 5v3. Team YT taking control of this fight. They're starting to damage Rayquaza, but the beams coming out from Black CH, they've got to deal with it. They do not want things to be stolen away. Unite coming out from the Hoopa, trying to bring in more members as they respawn, but Hoopa's going to go down next.
Hoopa is down. Trevenant is fighting. Zoinks, give me the play-by-play.
All right, Black is the only member up of G that could theoretically take this Rayquaza out from under them. The Sylveon can debuff that defense. They got to play up close and personal, though, and YT is shutting down every entry.
They're cutting off everybody. Now Rayquaza's at half. We still got some tools in our toolkit to make some magic happen. OG's looking for a way in. They bounce and they engage. It's taken by Chaotic again on the Ninetales. This legendary Ninetales that speaks the world of YT and certainly whispers to Chaotic, getting it done again.
Team YT takes Rayquaza. The points rain in. The Hundo Burgers. 35 seconds left on the clock, but no matter how much time there is, the score lead is just too big. G is going to lose our first game. A team that I think a lot of people thought would take this easily. Not so. Team YT is here to secure their spot to Worlds, Zoinks.
What did you guys call it? The most YT tournament that we have ever seen
Ever.
before? I really do think that narrative is absolutely true. But if we're going to talk about that final team fight, that is a picture-perfect positioning matchup by YT. Incredible work to block out any entry into that Rayquaza pit. I mean, Fui covering the bottom side, Sam covering the top. G really had no opportunity to even fight over the ring.
Oh, I loved Masquerada, to be honest. So we were both big fans, and of course, Zealot has been having an amazing set of games when that Pokemon is picked.
Yeah, Zealot has been pretty incredible right here. I'd love for Chef and Zoinks, why don't you break down this draft? Doobsnax and I are going to be casting this next game here, and I honestly just kind of want to kick back for a minute. I know I'm about to be on camera, so I'll just relax and you take draft, please.
All right, I do relax with drafts, I think is how we are.
Production, could we get like some hot towels out here for these two? No, but seriously, we're in grand finals here as they're relaxing. We're getting the first pick tree for Fui.
Yeah, Trevenant so unbelievably powerful. If we can lock that in, of course, they could rotate out. I think should we be really quiet at our draft?
Yeah, let's whisper this one. Wait, is this going to be real? Because I think we're about to get Doobsnax waking up if this is a real... Oh, no, never mind. Go back to sleep, Doobsnax.
You gotta still be excited about the Blissey, my personal favorite support in this current metagame. When all-rounders and top path Pokemon are dominating the meta, Blissey stocks are to the moon.
I gotta wonder. I mean, sorry, I'm butting in on your draft right here, but
excuse you.
I'm very sorry. I'll take my question off the air. I'm just curious. Do you think Sylveon has this much priority? Like, is it this good?
Yes.
Yeah. It's got.
Are you a no?
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Okay,
well,
we're all
agreed,
yes. We're all agreed. It was on our
I think it's
list.
insane.
Okay, I think it's insane too, but I was just
No,
curious,
you
like,
don't.
I do.
I do.
I do. I do think it's good, but I'm surprised. This is like a first
All right.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, NAIC, how do we feel about So Sad Sam's Decidueye? Pretty positive.
All right,
Pretty
yeah,
positive.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
Hey, NAIC, how do you feel about a free hot dog? Even bigger.
That was genuinely bigger.
All right. Well,
all right. We got an amazing draft here.
Thanks for
Zoinks is
thanks for
actually.
breaking down that
Yeah.
draft, Zoinks and Wonderchef.
Hot dog.
Yeah. We've got a Decidueye. We've got the Slowbro, which is actually super interesting. We don't have free hot dogs, unfortunately.
What?
But maybe me and Zoinks will go try to find it. We'll step off
Find
now.
one hot
Hot dog. We'll share it, or maybe you two can share it. We'll cut into 4 pieces.
Well, we just promised it to the crowd.
Oh, well, they don't get anything. Sorry, crowd. Maybe if you cheer a little bit louder for these teams. Here in Grand Finals.
Here we go, Doobsnax, as we head into game number 2. Chef, Zoinks, thank you so much. I love you both. I'm so sorry I have tasked you with finding a free hot dog, but somebody is going to need to find it. G versus Team YT. And, you know, if there was any time for Team YT to turn it on and start winning this season, it's right now in the final stretch. We've talked about it before. This feels like a Team YT tournament.
Yeah, well, if they're talking about winning this season, this is the last game or the last place they can do it in unless they qualify for Worlds. So if they actually want to have more games, you better start winning these. YT up 1-0. G not often found on the back foot this weekend, but they are right now.
Yeah, it does not feel like G has been in too many uncomfortable positions. They've been in control of a lot of their games right here as we head into game number 2. This is a best of 5, so Team YT still needs to win 2, but G needs to win 3, and they are already behind. Team YT, your purple team. G, your orange team. And I can tell you, Worlds would be quite odd without Slash there. Former champion, a current champion, I guess, from last year's Luminosity, sitting on the side of G.
Little bit of ships in the night here. OG going to stack, so is Fui. But they're putting a lot of good pressure on Fui sitting on this Trevenant. Of course, they've been playing tons of Curse Pain Split, and that's looked solid.
Yeah, Curse Pain Split has looked really good. Now, I love players that have sort of a unique pick, and YT is full of unique picks. This is the first Decidueye we've seen all weekend.
Yeah, and I know there's some Decidueye fans out in the crowd here. I know I just heard one person go, ah! Decidueye. It's not the hot dog, it's Decidueye. It's Decidueye.
I met a streamer earlier, Archer Dude, who says he's a huge Decidueye fan, and he's kind of stuck playing Decidueye. Now that he's Archer Dude, he's like, it's the only one with a bow. it's all I can do.
It's kind of dialed in.
Here we go, up towards this top path. Once again, if Team YT is around a huge bunch of experience, it just explodes immediately. Pokemon that we didn't get a chance to mention much because Zoinks and Wonderchef kind of botched that draft is Dodrio on the side of G right here. We haven't seen a ton of Dodrio, but I feel like every time you see the bird, it is really powerful.
Yeah, OG, great on Dodrio. Forcing out the eject button out of Sam because they're putting so much pressure early. And, you know, you have to notice that G is the team carrying the Gardevoir here.
Look at this here in this central area. I mean, just insane amounts of pressure. OG picking up a double KO here on the side of Team YT. Still hanging out here, looking for another, seeing what they can get, and they do. The Scald Tick picks it up.
The Scald Tick may have picked it up, but what's important is how much the Scald slowed them down to allow OG to step up and deal the big, vast amounts of damage that ended up in that Scald Tick KO.
Yeah, and here we go up in our top path. We got Fui now on the tree, level 6 at this point, looking very, very strong. And we talked about, you know, could anyone counterpick the Gardevoir? Well, we're seeing it on the side of G.
And that's a great place for it to be, right? At least it's not in the hands of So Sad Sam, of course. Slash quickly caught and put down. A lot of pressure being built up and ultimately becomes too much for Slowbro.
You know, we're seeing Chaotic over and over again make these big plays with the Alolan Ninetales, and they are not always picking up the KOs, but they are setting up massive ones between the Gardevoir, or, you know, from previous games, and now hopefully the Spirit Shackle here from Decidueye.
Oh, missed getting over the wall, but still managed to get out this OG. That spelled a little bit of trouble for me before he actually lets them off the hook. Slash there for some good cover, actually pivoting all the way up to the top path. And these teams know that YT wants to scrap over this basement Reggie, so they're starting to shred it a little bit. Zealot on this Sylveon, and Chaotic push forward. They're putting tons of damage in. Fairy Singularity on top. Is that secured? I thought that Spirit Shackle looked real close, Spragels.
It looked insanely close, didn't it? I think it was just maybe a hair off of being able to get that right there. Instead, secured by the Gardevoir. Black on the side of G. You know, this is a player who actually, I've noticed, has a lot of those central area picks that could be some big-time special attackers. So it doesn't surprise me that he stole away the Gardevoir.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely one of the Pokemon they like to play. It's in their repertoire. We've seen them play it in tournament before, and that's nice to not be a complete stranger, because the best way to get it out from Sam without burning, obviously, a ban is by picking it, and they give it some good priority.
Yeah, they absolutely did, as we are burning down this Regieleki in the top path. Fui seeing if there's anything they can do about it, but no. Blissey with the Bliss assistance actually just making sure they get that secure. Sylveon running up to the top path right here. And so far, it feels like once again at the start of this match, YT is on the back foot, and it is not looking good for them.
Knock Knock Arrow is up. Trevenant is down. We're pushing back forward here. We've put another Fairy Singularity on top of this gold pad. Now Regieleki hits. Chaotic is just getting put in a blender. The spin cycle by OG, forcing out the Snow Globe. Doesn't pick them up, but the pressure continues. If KO can line one of these up, they're in decent shape here. OG on the razor's edge. Eldegoss comes through the Cotton Spore pop.
Wow, huge play right there. Even though OG goes down, you got to give it up to him. He was playing in the enemy flux zone with Dodrio picking up massive KOs, and I actually feel like this Dodrio has been insane in this game so far. One of the toughest things to deal with if you're playing Decidueye are any of these crazy mobile dive Pokemon, and Dodrio has just been an absolute thorn in their side all game. Slash getting caught in a rock tomb, the Spirit Shackles landing true.
You actually see Sam playing way further forward than Decidueyes normally do, so they can actually be in the pocket of Pikadiff and Aquilo, so the Cotton Spore can pop any pressure up and allow them to retreat. Now we got the Hyper Voice forcing out the Cotton Cloud Crash, and we're going to try and save Pikadiff, top off their HP. They are, but that's not enough as the Hyper Voice finishes the job.
Yeah, the Hyper Voice is going to be able to finish that job there, taking down Pikadiff. Couldn't save them with the Unite move, as we have another Unite move. Big Time Slow Beam takes down the Eldegoss, and we see the Dodrio. Look at all this pressure right here, just playing so incredibly far forward. Fui making it down to the bottom path here. Sylveon up in the air with the Unite move, and they are now peeling back.
Yeah, everybody retreating from G, not seeing the value that they were hoping to get here. And on the backside is Knock Knock Arrow getting the first KO. They're trying to put it on the target, and it's another secure by Black on this Gardevoir.
This Gardevoir has just been huge for both of these teams. Black playing just as well as Sam here in game number 2. We were wondering what their counter could be to it, and they just stole it away.
Nice little snow globe there, but it's not enough. They're snuffed out. But So Sad Sam's arrows are striking true. They're looking for more targets, and at least they're able to maintain these goal zones. These score lines are remaining close.
Really close, 69 to 99, only 30 points separating these teams. We've actually seen some huge moments for this Spirit Shackle, but it doesn't look like they're as potent as they were on the Gardevoir. Also, we have the insane pressure from this Dodrio, looking for this Decidueye every single time it pops its head out.
Now they're going towards another objective here. Black CH, OG, and company working through this Regieleki. They're going to get that one for free because YT needs to put their focus kind of anywhere else. They're trying to keep pace. Black already level 13.
Yeah, Black is already level 13. We don't have a level 13 on the side of YT. Dodrio, however, only 11. It's been spending a lot of time disrupting the enemy team and hasn't picked up an insane amount of KOs for itself. But here you can see G crashing on this bottom goal zone, looking for the KO on Alolan Ninetales, and they will find it.
Yeah, they're walking with 2, and now they've got a huge player advantage. So Sad Sam on the upside here, trying to put in some Spirit Shackles. Actually enough to make G pivot back. I thought maybe that had gotten a little hungry there.
Yeah, they almost got the KO on the Dodrio. They just mistimed that shackle ever so slightly. Dodrio able to make it out. Now 119-186. We had Flea scoring in the top path, breaking that tier 1 goal zone on the side of G. Now Team YT doing their absolute favorite thing, getting ready for a bottom Reggie. G is there as well, and they've been out securing them all game.
Night Spirit Shackle hits Zealot right in the face. That makes them peel back. Flea's in the back line. They're trying to go straight towards Black CH. They put the pain split on him. The knock arrow is up from So Sad Sam. They get the KO. Trev Unite as well, but they got their prime target. Black CH is down.
Black CH is down there ripping this Regieleki, and they need to right here. They just used 2 Unite moves. That was their Rayquaza fight, and they have to push right now. Dodrio in the central area on the side of Team YT, looking for their moment here as Team YT moves towards Rayquaza. They know they need to make this play, and here comes G.
Right into the drive-by, trying to take care of So Sad Sam. So Sad Sam taking flight. We're trying to give them cover. Bliss assistance into the Dodrio, now right in the middle. It's secured by G. It's secured by G. Everybody goes down in that absolute debacle that is set up for them. YT is shut down for terms of violation here. G putting the points in.
G scoring right here, and this lead is going to be insane. What a fight from them. Team YT knew that they needed to take this after they used their Unite moves. Dodrio so incredibly disruptive, set it up so Decidueye was not ready for this secure. Blissey on the side of G looking to make the big play, and they do. 119-686. A minute still left on the clock, but multiple members of YT are once again down. This is G's game.
Man, YT expended so many resources to get Black off the map, but when it came time, they just didn't have enough real estate to go to work and take care of that Rayquaza. It starts getting down very low. That big Dodrio Unite perfectly timed Bliss assistance, and that just crashed everybody around this Rayquaza to get secured out, and what a game by G.
Yeah, for me, there were a ton of huge moments for G in this game. I really think the choice to play Dodrio into this comp was a massive win for them. It's hard to deal with Dodrio when you're Alolan Ninetales and you're Decidueye. They kept the pressure on them the entire time, even into that Ray fight. We did not have the ability to secure with Decidueye because of how much in-your-face pressure they were facing. Team YT now, 1 game. G tying it up. We're 1-1 in our best-of-5 grand finals.
If there's anything we bring to the table, Spragels, it is matches that go the distance.
Always.
On our side of the bracket, if you take a look, every single match we cast was a 2-1, and it looks like this might be shaping up to be the full best-of-5.
We're going to have to see how they adjust right here. And it looks like, wow, we actually have a ban already on Gardevoir. Zoinks called it.
Yeah, and I agree with Zoinks, and I agree with this ban right here. G removing Gardevoir from the occasion, forcing Sam to go onto one of these other selections. We do know what one of those other selections can be, and it is Venusaur.
Yeah, that's true. Over on the side of G, the Umbreon is scary. No Gardevoir for YT, very scary. Trevenant, Sylveon, these have been huge picks for them, however, and now we're going to see what G wants to bring out into this game. I would be shocked if we saw a little Ninetales on the side of G, but maybe they're like, hey, this thing is actually looking pretty good. Maybe we can play it right here.
Quick switch up as Eggnoob selects the Blissey. That's what they'll be playing, and we are hovering a Buzzwole. OG says, give me the big bad bug, and they lock it in.
That's really interesting. I mean, we've seen Fui on it earlier, and now OG hopping on the Buzzwole, so obviously this thing is not fully out of our meta at all. No. And I want to point out, Phalanx, not banned. Tyranitar, not banned, and neither of them anywhere to be found in our grand finals.
Yeah, so, I mean, the last pick is going to belong to YT, and that Venusaur is still on the board, so it might be a little bit of a bait to see if they can get them to select Phalanx here. Are they going to take that bait is the big question. Zealot back on Meowscarada is like, be still my heart. Husky called it. You love it. I love it. Meowscarada has been a ton of fun to watch this weekend.
I absolutely love it. And I wanted to see so much of this Pokemon in competitive, and I feel like a lot of players are maybe scared to run it or maybe not, super adept at it yet. Final pick. The gutter pick over to the Phalanx. This is how I would have often expected this Pokemon to be drafted,
yep.
Right? This is a very powerful choice, and it has some direct counters. So you feel like you do need to hide it in a draft. But a lot of teams are saying, like, look, I don't even care what counter you have against this thing. I'm going to be able to shut it down. Well, now we have a final pick of this Phalanx on the side of Team YT. We're going to see how they want to play this. Range damage, something that Team YT has been using a lot of. They have almost none of it right now. It is like, look how in your face and bulky they are as a squad. We've got no Gardevoir. We've got no Chandelure. We've got no long range Decidueye. We've got just a little bit of nothing from range.
Right, and we haven't seen Chaotic switch off of this Hyper Voice Sylveon, right? It's really been leaning into that, which means Black CH needs to kind of come alive because they're going to be the difference maker. Because if they fight toe-to-toe, it's going to be 5 versus 4 with a candle that can't do much.
I'm really interested to see what this Chandelure can do. I feel like it's a Pokemon that really, ironically, never fully shines. You know, it hasn't had a strong presence in the meta. We've had moments where it's around for some of the monthly finals, but it never seems to be a championship pick.
That's very true. And the one time it did look that way was across the way from YT, and they just banned it out every time. So I'm hoping that Black can give it this shine. Again, because it is being the most ranged Pokemon on the map, it needs to leverage that difference, right? If you're picking something at range to deal with all these 5 forward Pokemon, you better be able to do something with it.
And here we are in game number 3 of our grand finals, best of 5. This is the final stretch. One of these two teams will be qualifying for the World Championships in Honolulu. G, your purple team. Team YT, your orange team. And, you know, I think this is probably how you would have wanted to see this tournament end. Both of these teams unbelievably good. Both you could see as great representatives of NA at Worlds.
Now, look, you had OG peel back. They don't want to give Fui too much real estate to work to get these stacks up and get these levels up. Fui taking a ton of damage, and really Eggnoob thought we were going to go for the follow-up, but now they're getting A-pressed by a Kilo.
Here we have the Phalanx running up to the top path here. It is level 5, so it does have Iron Head as they jump in for this fight. Buzzwole getting very, very low. Eggnoob getting low. They pick up the KO, and now they're going to be able to rain in some points. Hopefully stack up a few as well, and they do. There are some wild Pokemon back here that Eggnoob is looking to try to make sure don't go to the other side. Able to get one secure here while YT is dealing with this middle spawn of the Altaria and Swablu, and they take every last bite.
Every single piece of farm went to YouTube there. They got some points in as well, really pushing that early advantage that they were able to pick up off of big KO on OG.
However, we look at the bottom path here, and things aren't going too bad for G down here. We do have the level 5 on our Chandelure. We have the level 5 on our Meowscarada, so they are at their middle evolutions there. We've got a little Floragato on the side of G, hoping to become a Meowscarada very, very soon as we see Overheat from the Chandelure.
Okay, Slash again, getting a couple stacks in and able to stick in the pocket of a Hyper Voice and feel like they're making a difference. 4 seconds until these middle birds show up, and we know where Pikatif is going straight for him. Zealot gets into the middle. They get kind of trapped, though. They take a ton of damage, and they are immediately put down by Chaotic and company.
You know, they don't have their second move yet, right? So they don't have either Double Team or Trailblaze. So you get in these unfortunate situations where you just don't have the mobility you need with Meowscarada until you hit level 7, which will happen very soon. Right now, Team YT is crushing it. Level 8 on that Phalanx, 7 on the Sylveon. They're looking great. They're scoring well. The start of this match going well for them. This will be the first time in this series that the start has looked good for YT.
And look at this, Slash playing in the face of 2 players. Look at how far they've leashed them away from the middle birds. That's what we're seeing here. They're trying to get them away from that so they can't secure anything, and I think they're pretty successful.
Yeah, Slash has been playing out of his mind on Umbreon. I would be so worried to give this player this Pokemon because they're just doing so well. It feels like they're playing at such a unbelievably high level as a defender player, sacrificing themselves for the team in some big moments right here. And there you go. Woo! Nice secure from Team YT. I'm telling you, they love these bottom Reggies.
They really do, and they're playing to all of them. Chaotic now sitting with double buffs. This straight in is Zealot, peels right back, and Slash might have to go down for that engagement, but you'd much rather have it be them than Zealot right now. They go right back into the action, and they are put, wow.
Well, you know, I'm kind of shocked to be seeing Flower Trick not picked right here. I mean, there are some reasons where you might not want to run it in this match, but at the same time, it does not do well to have Night Slash into some of this enemy composition here. We're going to see if this Meowscarada is able to pop off as the points are going in top. They pick up a couple KOs, but right now, oh my gosh, Fui still grabs a KO. Things are just going so well for YouTube right now. It's crazy.
KO streak of 2 for Fui, and a lot of time wasted as they are just dealing with a very stubborn tree.
Here we go, heading up to this top path here. We see OG now finally level 9, able to do something with this Unite move. Same thing with Meowscarada, same thing with Chandelure. Meowscarada, kind of a game changer of a Unite move. If you can catch multiple members of Team YT in a bad position, you can get a full team wipe. You pair that on top of Night Slash Trailblaze, this build that's really set up to chain KOs on the enemy side. We could see some big moments from Meowscarada, although it looks like it's having a tough time into this squad, and we really never see this build competitively.
Fui is just able to stick into the face of OG, forcing out the Unite move because they got follow-up support. There goes the Phalanx straight into the middle. Cotton Cloud Crash thought they were peeling back towards Pad, but they are not. Bliss Assistance is there, and now this is going to be a crucial KO for them. Zealot coming alive, getting a KO on the Phalanx, forcing out the very Frolic from Chaotic, but their chase is on. Nice screen surf by Pikachu to try to get the gap done, and they're going to be able to put the pressure on Chaotic, getting one back for the team.
That was the Pika diff right there. I mean, what a play to save Chaotic on the A9 as Fui is back at this top goal zone. He said, look, I fought 3 or 4 of you at your tier 2. I think I can do okay at my own goal zone, as OG is just going to have to leave. Give him a little punch in the face before he goes, but he's got to get out of there. YouTube in total control of this match right now. 282 for YouTube, 43 for G. Set up for the secure. Slash, quite annoying, but not able to take it.
Yeah, trying to make a play for the team here, but Slash is just, there's way too much going on there for them to be able to get out. And although Slash has shown us the true limits of an Umbreon, that was just a bit too much.
Yeah, and here we have Fui in the central area right now of G. It looks like they are going to go down in the situation. They're throwing everything at it. They got the Egg Bomb. No, somehow he is able to make it out of this crazy situation. We have a Regieleki in the top path that both teams are now rushing to get some position on, and we do have a Meowscarada Unite move ready to do some real damage.
So Sad Sam engages on Egnu, baits out into Zealot, who immediately goes straight towards Phalanx here. They're going to pick up a Cotton Spore, and they're going to, or excuse me, a Pollen Puff, and be able to get a KO on Slash, who is just living on the other side of the map. They're going back forward. We've got the Pain Split Curse up top. Cotton Cloud Crash is going to land on a bunch of players, as Zealot is just forced to just scamper away.
You know, I was wondering how this Night Slash was possibly going to do into Phalanx. Phalanx takes reduced critical hit damage, but of course, you're also hitting multiple troopers, right, with the Night Slash. I just feel like it's not a strong play into Phalanx, but it's possible Flower Trick is even worse into this Pokemon. This gutter pick of Phalanx might have been the mastermind play from Team YT.
It's looking incredible. It really is, and it's just showing why it really should have a ban priority. And I know you need to target individuals, but this Pokemon is incredibly strong in either team's hands.
And here we go. 3 minutes on the clock. YT in total control of this match, up by almost 200 points. A bottom Reggie is spawning, but we've got some bright things on the side of G as well. Level 12 Meowscarada, Chandelure, and Buzzwole all charging up their Unite moves. This should be a pretty free bottom Reggie for YT, but we're going to see if members of G actually want to contest it here.
Well, Slash again pushing forward here. Good job by Pikadiff to separate Slash from the rest of the team. Egno pulls forward. They pick up and put down Pikadiff, but now the Registeel is here, and we know that YT likes to take these, but G is looking to contest. Oh, we've got Fui on the absolute giga flank here. They're right on top of Black. Pain Split Curse is on, and they're fighting in the front lanes too. Just Chaotic absolutely screaming at him. We got the Phalanx rolling through. Everybody's going down. That is a shattered Chandelier crashing to the floor, and that's a Registeel for YT.
How beautiful for YT. After Slowbro went down, it really felt like G was going to be able to make a play here, but they could not. Running right into Fui with that beautiful sneak attack. Now we have a fight breaking out in the central area. It looks like G wants to take this, but Zealot's already gone.
Bliss Assistant's right on top, and now Slash is just running away. This is absolutely disjointed mess for G, as they're going to collapse on Slash, forcing out their Unite move, and they're going to see if they can put them down. A lot of time is wasted. Phalanx Unite popped here, and I don't even know if there's a target for them to go after. Oh, they find one, and it's OG, and that's a good one too. Stun the next one down. That's the slow beam used. Rayquaza's starting to get ripped. G only has 3 players available. Can they get in here? Rayquaza's getting low. Who's going to pull up for the hero play? No one, because Team YT's all over it.
Team YT from bell to bell has dominated this match. If we thought last draft went poorly for Team YT, just look at this one for G. An absolute dominant performance. This was not a close one, and a real nice victory here for YT. They are one game away from heading to Honolulu. Once again, YT could qualify for Worlds.
I'm at a loss. Like, this is the worst we've seen G, from a whole 10-minute stretch. YT was just getting better and better as the moments ticked by in this game. We get into the final throws here. It's going to be tough, but they're going to give it a shot.
Yeah, they're going to give it a shot here while Team YT is just scoring in the main. I actually love this play from YT. They're like, we're way too far ahead. They can just keep scoring right now. We'll run to the other side, and it does not matter. A beautiful play from YT. They don't need to give up a bunch of KOs or fight at these goal zones. They already have this match in the bag. This is going to be 2-1 YT at this point, and you're right, I have not seen G look this bad all weekend. This was their roughest game by far.
Yeah, they're going to have to bounce back. I mean, YT winning 2 convincing games here, in game 1 and game 3. And, I mean, they just look like they're on a different level right now.
They really do. I mean, they're playing so well. Last game was a real rough one for them, but there was a big win for Team YT.
Quite a few Team YT fans out there. We saw a couple folks with the signs scrolling through on their phones. They held them up, and that was just dominant. It was dominant. And you mentioned every player is having their moments. And in that game, you said, oh, that's the peak of difference, right? We had a Kilo coming through with clutch cotton spores to keep engagements from happening, saving other members of the team, using everything in the toolkit to be able to make this thing happen. And every time they made a small play like that, it just got worse and worse and worse for G.
Here is our draft between G and Team YT. One game separates YT from Worlds. G needs to win 2 in a row to get back in this thing and secure their spot. First ban is going to be Umbreon on the side of G, Dodrio on the side of YT.
Good look by YT. I mean, it didn't really seem like they had an answer for Dodrio. I'm sure if they wanted to have one, they'd dream one up, but they say we don't want to deal with Tyranitar. Phalanx still open to be selected.
And here we go, our first pick to the side of G. We're going to see what they want to take first. It could be a Phalanx, but no, they want to get rid of this Sylveon, steal it away from Chaotic. It makes sense. Massive game last match.
Yeah, it's really, really good. We know Chaotic's just going to flip to the A9 here. No worries there. Aquilo has been forced onto this Eldegoss because G has target banned Aquilo on this Hoopa over and over.
Their LD looked pretty fantastic, though, so I wouldn't get too worried about it if I'm on the side of YT. Next picks here on the side of G. We see Gardevoir once more coming out. It was very powerful for G, so we're going to see Black on this Pokemon. I was wondering what Candle was going to do, and I really didn't see Chandelure get much done.
I will say, I mean, YT, one of the few teams that feels like they seem to shy away from speedsters, the only exception being the Talent Flame, which Fui would be taking top pass. So I imagine Pikadiff and Fui are going to flop, and then we're going to see a true tank Trev.
Here we go. We've got the Talon Flame. We've got the Espeon instead of seeing the Alolan Ninetales. Our final 2 picks here for G, and they are able to grab this Phalanx. Now the question is, does that mean Venusaur pops out on the side of YT? It worked pretty good earlier.
It looked solid. It was a similar draft scenario that happened. I think the exception being Gardevoir. You have the Talonflame now to really stress Black in unique ways, which means So Sad Sam can just dial in on Phalanx and say, this is my target. I don't have to worry about Gardevoir because when I'm going in on OG, Fui better be sorting out Black.
Here we go, our final preparations for what could be our final game here in the final stretch of the Grand Finals. Boy, we said final a ton of times right here. We are live possibly for our last match here at NAIC. Can we get a shot of the crowd? I would love a shot of the crowd right now.
Shot of the crowd. Can we get a shot?
Can we get a shot of the crowd? I would love a shot of the crowd right now. We got a shot of the stage. That's also pretty good. As we're seeing these, there we go. We
got signs on signs on signs.
We got Black CH, signs for G right now. If you're out there in the crowd, let's get a little energy going right now. Give it up for what could be our last game of the final stretch.
This YT team is you're starting to see the corners of their mouths peel up a little bit. Some smiles are breaking across their face. They're having a good time, and they knew they just absolutely worked them in that last game. And now they are 10 minutes away from being qualified for the World Championship.
I want to see if I can get some more energy out of this crowd. How do you guys feel about a free hot dog? Let's go! That's right, baby. We don't have a hot dog.
Please, someone get this group some hot dogs. Good night.
Oh, man, as we get ready for it, I got to tell you, Doobsnax, one of the absolute best things that we get to do, my friend, are cast in moments like this, the grand finals, live at NAIC in front of a hype crowd where one of these two teams is going to be able to qualify for Worlds. G, your purple team, Team YT, your orange team, in Game 4 of your grand finals.
We taking the long way around, doesn't want to find any static, and they're going to start poaching the Bumblebees on the opposite side of the map. They're going to be able to get 9 points in here and start stacking themselves up.
And here we have this Phalanx up in the top. Obviously, this is going to be a big difference maker in this match. We've seen Phalanx be a difference maker throughout this tournament. The question is, can the Venusaur counter show up once again for the side of Team YT? There have been a lot of players who have said, yeah, it counters it, but at the same time, this thing is just so darn good that it doesn't always matter. Sylvia not able to pick up that KO. Extremely aggressive plays here from G.
And nice evolution frames there to keep Fui from being able to rain in more damage here. Aquilo looking to tick over to 4, but already 5 and in the mix, so sad Sam.
That's right. Some of those moments when a Pokemon evolves and they're invulnerable are just so magical, right? As we head up to this top path, 4 members of YT getting ready for this fight.
Oh, it could have been a big-time showdown, but look at that. Just stared at each other angrily like Pika did.
Yes.
Just, oh, okay, let's back up now.
That was a little scary. I was scared for Slash. I didn't know what was going to happen on that stage. And right now it looks like it might be YouTube taking down this whole thing as we head back down to the bottom path here. We're going to have to see if Chaotic is as effective on this Espeon as they have been on Ninetales and as they have been, of course, on Sylveon.
I think what they're really looking forward out of this Espeon is that big catch unite move. Whenever OG tries to approach with the Phalanx, catch it and then have So Sad Sam absolutely sort it.
Here we go, back up to our top path right now. Getting caught in the rock tube almost was Pika as he pulls back towards this goal zone. Getting ready for this fight. We still don't have level 7 on Sam, and that's going to make this fight a lot harder for Team YT. Just a tick more of experience, just a hair more, and that could go completely the other way.
Yeah, actually the Rock Tomb keeping the rest of G to be able to potentially collapse and get a KO there. Pika still struggling to hit the Trevenant. They're close, but they still have a hair of work to do.
Here we have this bottom path fight possibly breaking out here as multiple members actually start to peel away. We're going to see Sam stay towards the bottom path, get ready for the 7-minute, 20-second spawn of this Altaria and Swablu between the 2 goal zones. And here we go. Pika is online as Trevenant with the big-time wood hammer. Normally, if there's a tree on the side of YT, it's a cursed tree.
Yeah, because it's up top with Fui, and of course that opens up the opportunity to mix it up.
We's got the cursed tree. What an opportunity to mix it up. In the bottom path right now, we have 3 members of G, 3 members of YT getting ready for this fight right here. Venusaur getting really aggressive towards Regieleki.
They're putting it on Chaotic to secure, but Slash identifies that and ejects into them. Now we have the Fairy Singularity on Regieleki. Tons of DM being put in, but it's still secured by the Petal Dance Giga Drain Venusaur, and you have to think that's a missed opportunity by G.
I'm telling you, there's something about Team YT. I don't know. I would love to know the statistics on this, but I feel like no team secures bottom Reggie more than Team YT. They're at every single one of them. They have their, they're fully dialed in on their rip and secure every single time. It's really a thing of beauty.
Yeah, and they're prioritizing it the most, right? They're literally just saying, this is the one we want. We'll adjust afterwards. If you can actually make anything happen in that time that we give you, sure, good luck. Now, Regieleki is taken, but right into a Verdant Anger, and that's the Espeon Unite that catches the Blissey. Blissey just to save themselves back on Black CH, but OG gets into the mix. So Sad Sam hits the first Giga Drain, and now they're going to be able to put the pressure on. OG just has to retreat, but it's Chaotic popping off on the Espeon. KO Streak of 2. I think this is the 3rd trick that they have in their bags. This Giga Drain Petal Dance Venusaur running so much interference to make sure that Chaotic can get out.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, this did walk into their goal zone, and now we see OG moving forward. No, gets KO'd, but Black able to make a score. I don't know if that was the absolute best score they could have made. Black does go down for it, a small overcap, and we're going to have to see if they regret that later. Without question, though, they want this goal zone gone. Nice scores here from the side of YT, 86 to 129.
I mean, they took all the bodies. Yes, that Regieleki hit. Yes, Black put 40 in, but they got way more back the other way. YT is cruising.
YT is doing great right now. It feels like this Venusaur is exactly what the doctor ordered, as long as the doctor was ordering something to deal with Phalanx. You know what? Don't go see a doctor for what's going on with some of your Pokemon Unite stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's just a good piece of advice here. We're eyeing up the next basement Reggie here. Pikatif with good spacing, playing far forward, not too worried about that Rock Tomb, as they're going to take just a Pollen Puff over the wall. We'll see if these teams actually look to contest, because it's about to hit the map, and Slash is immediately on it. They put the Rock Tomb down. Pikatif eject button Horn Leeches to try to get back to Black, but Slash cuts that off. We've got the Cotton Cloud Crash going to land on the team here. Going to top them off a little bit. Regice about 60%. We're moving in as Slash. The Pedal Dance is going, and OG's got the flank over the wall. Tiger Sam, and they KO them instantly. Chaotic goes down as well, and that's how you navigate that. Holy, that's the homework that G needed to execute on, and they delivered.
Huge fight there for G, right back in this game. Talonflame scoring top, keeping the score pretty close between these two squads, 166 to 169. Once again, YouTube up, but now only slightly. 3 points separate these two teams, and that moment that we saw there, OG making the play to head over the wall and get Venusaur. If they can hit it, if they can burst it before it can heal, Venu will go down.
And you immediately saw what the Espeon plan was there, right? Because as soon as OG went over the wall, Chaotic popped that Unite move instantly. It wasn't enough. They go down in that exchange as well.
Yeah, that's right. And this is what you have to worry about with Phalanx. The incredible burst from this Pokemon, and just how tanky it is in some of these other fights. But if it is able to catch you, you are in a lot of trouble, as it looks like G is going to make a score in the bottom path right now and get a point lead, 212-169, as YT deals with this Regieleki.
Yeah, they're taking this off the map quickly. Slash doing a good job to just, again, buy that time that they needed. They almost weren't even moving. They're just kind of pressing their buttons, doing whatever they could to just draw the attention onto them.
And here we go. We see OG just watching the central area, giving them a good idea of if they are coming down towards this goal zone. This is a combination that we've seen so many times. This just massive burst onto the support Pokemon from Phalanx, taking down Hoopas, taking down Eldegoss in one big combo. Attackers, supporters, speedsters, if they're caught by this massive Iron Head no retreat combo, they go down very fast, and it's been a game changer all weekend long.
Yeah, I really like OG's patience, though. Not chasing down. They had a kilo low, but they peeled back knowing that there wasn't any reinforcements behind them. They had the Donk and the 5 Dinks, but they didn't have anybody else on G to make that magic happen.
Here we have the final bottom Reggie of this match, possibly of this tournament, as we have YT getting ready for it. Regice just being chipped right here. Both teams have all of their squad here. This could turn into the Rayquaza fight at any moment. Nice big Rock Tomb. Regice is being chipped, but no one is looking for this fight. Talonflame finds the Phalanx, and it looks like they're actually going to give this up so they can get better positioning at Rayquaza. G taking this last Reggie before we head in.
Pikatif is kind of caught out. They're taking so much damage. They just Horn Leech. Did they go up and they start ripping this thing? Rayquaza hits the map, and they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at it. Phalanx is down instantly. Rayquaza's at half. The rip is on. Everybody's throwing everything in the kitchen sink. Slash picks up the list, sits at the middle. Who's going to take it? It's on the razor's edge. It's G. G clutches it out off the back of Black. CH. KO streak of 4. Is it going to be our first Penta? No. Give him credit.
Oh!
Penta!
Black wiping the entire squad. The sneaky play from YT, looking for a fast rip, looking to close this tournament out. G says, GG, my friend. We're going to take this one. Go next. Tied up 2-2 here in our grand finals, best of 5. YT looking to make something happen here. One member of G down, but with very little time on the clock, it's going to be extremely tough.
If it's me and you, it's going the full distance.
Oh, yeah.
That's just
Always.
what's happening.
Always.
And we are going to go to a game 5 here. What a play by G. Not too sure what happened with Picadiff in that situation. They got absolutely caught out. And after that, it almost felt like a mad flurry, and YT went, okay, we're just going to try and flip this thing and see what we can do. But when you bunch up around one target, man, does Gardevoir look good in that situation.
I like the attempt from YT. They knew that with Picadiff caught, they were probably going to go ahead and lose this fight, right? So they were hoping that they could make a quick play. They were hoping they'd get a quick secure. If they could, they would have just secured their spot to Worlds, right? If they think they can't win the fight, maybe they've got a 50-50 chance at Rayquaza right now. Well, it didn't happen for them there. G takes a big win, ties it up, and of course we are heading to the final game of a best-of-5.
Final game of the final stretch to see our final qualifier for the World Championships in Honolulu. G does it in a big way, and a player that has honestly felt like they've gotten better and better and better. Black CH is having the tournament of their lives right now.
I love seeing Black smile up there. I feel like he is a player that has just been connected to this game so much since its inception, really. And we've always wanted to see a deep run from him. We've wanted to see him do well. And now it feels like, you know, under the wing of a world champion, you're really seeing him pop off and have huge moments. Well, here we are in
You just saw the big old smile roll across his face. Like, if I'm going to do it with one Pokemon, and Chaotic too. Like, if we're going to do it with a Pokemon, we're locking in Lucario. We're locking in Chaotic. And we've got 45 seconds until the last game of this tournament of Pokemon Unite regular season comes to a close.
Yeah, how crazy is this? Of course, the final stretch goes the full distance possible, right? Of course, we head to the last game, the final stretch, the final chance, the final game, and one team in 10 minutes is going to be hoisting those trophies. They're going to be walking away as your final stretch champions and qualifying for Worlds. NAIC, are you ready? Free hot dog! Free hot dog! Let's go!
There we go. The crowd is packed up. They know what this game
They love that free hot dog.
They love that free hot dog, but they also love what this game is, what this game means, and what these two teams represent, which is the Cinderella story that NA is going to fill the last possible world spot. And we'll see if they can make a magic run in August. But now, 10 minutes separate one of these squads with that opportunity.
That's right. In 10 minutes, one team hoists the trophy and one team's dreams of heading to Worlds are dashed. The packed crowd here at NAIC is ready to see who will be crowned your final stretch champion. Here we go. Someone's holding up their kid. Let's go. Hold your child high into the air.
Win it in!
The winning in between G and Team YT. This is game number 5. G, your purple team. Team YT, your orange team. And it is all on the line at NAIC right now. Let's go, Doobsnax.
Ships passing in the night. Fui and OG going to be stacking. Egg Noob snacking that Bumblebee snacking. Gassing myself up a little bit, smacking that Bumblebee around as Fui gets on the backside here, and it's going to be a decent little secure by Fui to get those stacks up.
That's right. You want to try to get as many of these wild Pokemon near the enemy goal zone as you can, not only to steal them away, but of course to secure these big last hits. Got it again, so that they can try to stack up their stacking items and become extremely powerful. On a lot of these top path Pokemon, you're running one, if not multiple stacking items, especially on a Trevenant. The secures, by the way, looking beautiful from Fui, as we have immediately Sam in this top path running at the 9-minute mark, looking to make a huge play.
They're putting some pressure on OG as they're just sitting on pad trying to isolate Sam from somebody here. Egg Noob hasn't evolved yet. So sad Sam popping back, eating a pollen puff, going towards those birds in the middle. Black CH with a nice little flank and a pickup KO, but Black is pinned against the wall because Chaotic is there, and now we're just chucking haymakers at each other. They say, we taking the body, son. 2 players for G down, and YouTube gets to breathe easy at least for a moment.
That was such a crazy moment, because as they move towards these Altaria, we have Black CH on the Gardevoir come out of absolute nowhere and pick up a massive KO, and then all of a sudden, out of absolute nowhere comes a Kilo on the Alolan Ninetales. They just kept moving in with a new surprising moment to change the direction of that fight.
Pikachuff surfing through, caught on the Rock Tomb, sitting on the goal pad is G. Okay, I think that first beret in those first 2 minutes, that was all nerves back and forth there. That was just kind of all scrambled around. Are they going to be able to challenge Sam here? We're going to find out. Chaotic is there, and Sam wants the body. Like, they're going straight forward. Nice surf follow-up, and now they're going to put the pressure on. Beautiful Rock Tomb by Slash to save Black.
That was unbelievably good. I mean, Slash has just been playing so insane right now. We have a quick pause as once again Pikachuff needs to show a few pictures to one of our admin here. This game is so unbelievably important. If there's any issue with the device or anything on stage, obviously we are going to take a pause to make sure that we can do something right here. Pikachuff showing our on-stage tech some of the issues that he is running into right now. Back the other way. We're supporting our squad here as we head back into our match. 7 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock, pushing towards this bottom goal zone.
Whoa.
But there's a great defense from G.
I mean, Slash putting in, I don't know why YT kept pushing forward. Just enough time for Black to come up and get a nice little KO for themselves there.
And here we go. We've got bottom and top Reggie spawning in 20 seconds. A little bit of a fight here. Just this completely evaporated. These Altarias and Swablues didn't even have a chance with these two teams fighting over them.
Yeah, Black now with Gardevoir, though, was able to evolve off of those Swablu and Altaria, and they are just moments away from their Unite move, which means this basement Reggie fight can get a little frosty.
Yeah, this is going to get pretty crazy here. 4 members of YT down here, 2, now 3 with Black coming down, members of G. And we're going to see how they want to fight this as we're kind of getting ready for a little bit of a rip, but they're actually moving towards G.
They're trying to make a call here. Nice little flank into the back line. So sad Sam isolates, very Singularity, put straight down.
Once again, we're having an issue with a device here, and I understand it. Pause the game.
Looks like we're going to lock this thing back in here. We're going to go right back after, and So Sad Sam gets X-scissored into the wall. Chaotic picks back up, one the other way. Black CH, a nice prize in that exchange. Slash moving forward. A Kilo is very low. KO streak of 2 for the A9 OG, picking one of those up for themselves.
Yeah, here comes OG looking to make some work happen here on this goal zone, pushing them back. This has been a wild fight at this bottom Reggie. 6 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. In our top path here, we have Blissey and Trevenant. Down here on the bottom path, Registeel now being chipped up by G. Gardevoir is back looking for a secure, and they are able to get it. No, Showbro gets it!
That's why you gotta get your handheld device fixed, because you got a surf clutch.
Wow, Pikachuff with an unbelievable clutch secure in that bottom path. Insane. It looked like it was easily heading over to G with Gardevoir, but Pikachuff said not today.
Not today. I've got my things fixed now. I can press my buttons, and when I press my buttons, good things happen for the squad.
Can you imagine if Picadiff's buttons didn't work all day, what kind of match we are in for right here? Curse Tree in this top path. Fui, really, I mean, I'm not seeing anyone run Curse Pain Split, and I think he might be, you know, offering up a big meta shift for some teams out there, because this has been a huge build.
Oh, nice Trevor Unite pops up Slash. Regieleki's getting low. We're going to look for a secure. It is going to be off Blissey. Egnu Bliss assistance to Slash. And now So Sad Sam is working through the team here. Zealot goes down. Black CH has to babysit the goal zone, but from way downtown. And now Slash is going to set up a quick defense, and YouTube is not interested in that. They're going to peel back themselves.
Look at this amazing play by OG. I love this here in the top path. 40 points just running past the team after that Reggie breaks the top goal. Now getting caught a little bit in this central area here, but look at the extreme speeds trying to make something happen as we're having some problems here once again with YT.
A few moments later.
OG just scored 40 in Tier 2, and we're back into the mix here. They actually picked up some energy and go straight to score, and finally get snuffed out.
And that is going to put them very close to Team YT as they crash on this bottom goal zone. Blissey pushing forward, getting a KO here on the slow bro. Phalanx looking to see if they can make something happen. Caught in a massive X-Scissor. They're pushed off the goal zone by a Blizzard Avalanche, but 4 members of G continue the siege.
Spragels, 122, 127. This is just the closest margin you could ever dream up here. We've got 13 seconds left for the next basement. Reggie, we'll see how these teams engage. Chaotic actually babysitting OG, but that's a tough place to be, as Chaotic maybe bit off more than they can chew, but the dog is put back on the leash and lets Chaotic off it too. All right, basement Regice, we'll see how they go.
Yeah, really nice X-Scissor. Catches 2 right there. The slow beam onto the Crustle, but it's not going to be too useful for him. Phalanx looking for something here, but Phalanx getting caught by Sylvie.
Using their Unite move, can they pivot to Zealot? No, they get screamed at and they get sorted out very quickly. G using this pause to their advantage. They are right on top of this YT squad. The linking hands and power of friendship getting it done as Fui is just getting draining kissed all over the map. They're pain splitting on top of Black CH. Can they actually do anything? Yeah, get knocked out, Kirk. Regice is down. Regice is taken. G is starting to move.
G is really starting to move here. 129, 127. We have 5 members sieging this goal zone. The Unite move from Gardevoir. The points raining in here. Not so perfect score, but that's okay in this bottom path as they are now up 203, 127. Aquilo getting caught in their central area here. Lucario trying to pick up this KO, and they do.
Picadiff shows up, and I think it's going to be a tough battle for them as well. The rest of the team actually has to go support. So Sad Sam caught out. They're taking a ton of damage. Zealot is there. Black CH kind of on the pursuit, but they are going to leave Sam to be.
Now, we still have a level 12 Phalanx and a level 12 Trevenant, but on the other side, Black CH on this Gardevoir playing the best tournament we've ever seen from them. I got to say, I've never seen Black play better than when they are on this squad. This is the best we've ever seen him.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking this opportunity and running with it, and they are, again, stepping up to this opportunity and challenge. Regieleki flying towards YT. Slash is there to bubble them out and try and cause some static here as we have 25 seconds until our last Rayquaza of the final stretch. Regieleki is getting burned down, but Slash has bought a ton of time.
That's right. Here we are, 15 seconds until Rayquaza. G versus Team YT. 2 games of Peach. Worlds on the line, and I said 2 games of Peach. Let's go.
No.
As they get caught by a massive X-Scissor. Eldegoss in the air.
Into the middle, Phalanx Unite, but it's trying to do a Trev Unite in a very singularity. First player down is Zealot. Black CH is pinged by the Trevenant Curse, but that's a target that they can't actually collapse on. Nobody down for YT. They're looking for an opportunity. We are going straight at them. Slash backing up. So Sad Sam is low. Gets right over the wall. Chaotic picks up the spread. Surf getting the distance here. Take a deep breath, because I think we need to do it all over.
Yeah, it looks like we've got a bit of a reset happening. They're getting pretty aggressive on the side of G, but no one goes down from YT. Fui looking for Gardevoir and is not able to pick it up. Now Black is pulling back here, and Lucario has to run.
OG is caught in the mix. Nice Rock Tomb to separate, but actually separates the rest of the team away from them. Phalanx is on the chase, or a cannon. Follow up, So Sad Sam jumps off, pushes back the other way. They are using the Bone Rush to get on top of So Sad Sam, and Aquilo is there to top them off. What is happening in this fight? Picadiff is down south all by themselves in Cancun. They're getting chased down, finally KO by Black. And now Lucario's peeling back. Who's happening in the middle? Slash got Fui pinned against the wall. Hyper Voice is there. Is that going to be another player down for YT? It is! 2 players down for YT, 1 for G. Slash is there. OG is doing work in the back line here. Getting on top of Chaotic. Akilo peeling up and picking them up on top. So sad Sam finally gets into the middle. Hyper Voice is there as well. But OG's pulling up for the smoke. They've got the longest lead. 100 points does G. 40 seconds left and the fight has to continue. YT needs to get back in there. Surf on top of Egg Noob. Black peels back. We're going through So sad Sam against another Fairy Singularity! Another Fairy Singularity. Hyper Voice and Kilo's Low Bliss assistance from Jupiter. Hit sell it. KO streak of 2. They're going straight for the scores.
Here we go, 20 seconds left, and they're looking to end this game right now, 247 to 139. YT has no chance to score. Black with 100 points in the top goal zone, and there you have it, NAIC. G, they are your final stretch champions. Free hot dog!
G says no, YT. We will not like this video. We will not subscribe. We will not follow. We won't retweet anything you put out. We're going to dominate you on 5. And what a statement. Slash, current world champion, going back to Worlds to try and defend that title.
And what a story for Slash. What a moment. Pulled off of Luminosity. His team not able to play with his world championship partner Overlord anymore, instead having to go up against him and getting sent down to the final stretch. And here they are, G putting it together and heading to Worlds.